Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, the boxing match, is gonna get weird, and it has already started getting weird. Anyway, so first we've got Jake Paul, who was a streamer, then a podcaster, and he's now a boxer, and he's of course been doing the boxing thing for some time. Don't get me wrong, he is definitely good, he has some talent, but is he the greatest? No. Will he outshine all of the greats? Absolutely not. It's just the times that we live in. Boxing isn't too sexy. UFC was sexy, but it's no longer sexy. It's just about as boring as boxing, and no one really cares, but hey, people love to watch other people knock the shit out of each other, so there's always an audience. Anyway, then you've got Mike Tyson, who is one of the greatest boxers of all time, but of course he's a little bit out of his prime. Now, he did have a recent medical event which may have been staged, may have not been staged, who knows. But anyway, Mike Tyson is getting in the ring versus Jake Paul, and Tyson's got a good 30 years on Jake Paul. You might be thinking, hey, he's a lot older, it's not fair. But then again, even though Tyson doesn't have the age in his favor, he's got a lot of the experience. He knows what works, what doesn't work. Whereas Jake Paul, he hasn't exactly been boxing for all that long. And when it comes down to professional boxing, those tiny percentages do actually matter. It's not a macro game, it's a micro game. And that is why Tyson, even at his age, still has a chance. I just want to talk quickly about Tyson himself before I talk about the whole boxing match thing and, if it's fixed, if it's staged, whatever. But Mike Tyson's a bit of a piece of shit. He is a total clout-chasing little girl. I'm just going to throw it out there. I have met schoolgirls that are more of a man than Mike Tyson. I do not like him, mainly due to his constant clout chasing. He just chases clout like you wouldn't believe. He's always going places he shouldn't be going, doing things that he shouldn't be doing, and then just shrug it all off like, how was I supposed to know? I'm just a stupid boxer. And it's like, no, the dude just chases clout. He did it with his podcast. Again, no one gives a shit what Mike Tyson says. He doesn't know anything at all. He's not an intellectual. He's not a smart person. He's not a gifted person. The only thing that Mike Tyson is good at is just punching other people for entertainment. That's it. No one cares what comes out of his mouth. But I think one of the funniest things, one of the biggest dead giveaways about Mike Tyson and his character and who he is was, there was an incident, I can't remember when, a couple of months, a year ago or something, where Tyson actually got involved in an altercation on a flight. So he was on a plane, a fan recognized him and said, oh my god, it's Tyson, can I take a picture with you, dude? And Tyson kind of schizoed out and kind of attacked the guy. And you can read into the whole story and see if it was a self-defense or the guy instigated it or whatever. But the thing is, Tyson is double the size of that guy, and Tyson is a trained professional boxer. So, I mean, he's not a literal killing machine, but he could definitely throw things around if he needs to. He's not a gentle soul, if you know what I'm saying. But the biggest giveaway for why Mike Tyson is a piece of shit, just is his character, is that this dude, one of the greatest boxers of all time, heavyweight champion, dominated the world, hundreds of millions of dollars, and this dude is flying coach with normal people. And that's how you know it's just cloud chasing. Like, why are you flying coach? You've got plenty of money. I understand if you don't want to fly private, I totally get it, but you can fly first class, you can fly business, and you don't have any of these problems. But you chose to fly coach, you chose to mix in with normal people, you're a superstar, you're famous, very recognizable face, and then you totally lose your shit when some random dude gets starstruck, and then you come out crying at the end, and it's just like, Tyson, piece of shit, don't like that guy. But anyway, coming back to the match, and is it fixed, is it worthwhile watching? Now here's the crazy thing that we've never really seen before, is that we've got Jake Paul, who is of course the big superstar. He's killed it on social media and just about everything that he does. But then again, remember Jake Paul, he's got a huge team behind him. Never forget that. He's a superstar for a reason. It's not by accident. He's got a lot of luck, if you know what I mean. He's got more fame, more money, more success than what he knows what to do with. So winning this match, it means nothing if he wins it. It means nothing if he loses it. And the same thing applies with Tyson. He's got enough money, he's got enough fame, he's got enough clout that if he wins this match, if he loses this match, it doesn't really matter. And it makes this freak show somewhat more interesting because it literally could go either way. Now, I've mentioned earlier, a lot of professional sports, but all of professional sports is fake. It's fake like wrestling. By fake, I mean the outcome's fixed. People still duke it out, people still get hit, but, the outcome is predetermined. Whereas this thing here, I simply don't know which way it's going to go. It's kind of impossible to tell. Some people might be able to. There are those savants out there that study sports and they can tell either way, but I'm looking looking at this from a normal person's perspective, and I'm telling you right now, it's a hard one to pick because, like I said, you've got these two megastars who have got literally nothing to lose and nothing to gain from what happens in the ring. They don't need more fame, they don't need more money, they don't need more clout, they don't need more wins. So it's an odd thing to be in. Now, my prediction for who's going to win this thing, and that's if the fight goes ahead. If the fight gets cancelled for whatever reason, they've already postponed it once, which isn't a good sign. But if it actually does get cancelled, that simply means they didn't sell enough tickets, no one's giving enough of a shit, and they're getting rid of it. But if this fight does go ahead, it means there's enough interest, and my prediction is that Jake Paul will probably win in the 5th or the 7th round, and it will be a TKO. That's my prediction, because unfortunately, boxing, as I said, it's a little bit fake, and you don't get knockouts anymore. It was before my time, boxing was way before my time, you know, when it peaked in like the 70s or the 80s, whatever. Two dudes would get in a ring and they would just beat the shit out of each other until one of them knocked the other person out. So they would keep punching people until they got brain damage. And now we don't do that anymore. We're way more civilized, so it's just going to be a TKO. There's not going to be any sort of knockout, and you know, it's going to be a bit flat and a bit pathetic, but you know, that's kind of the world we live in. Again, because both of these fighters, like, no one really gives a shit. It's a dancing match. If they win, if they lose, it makes absolutely no difference. It's just how many people actually viewed this freak show of a spectacle. But if you're the sort of person that likes to throw money down on these sorts of events, I will definitely be throwing money down on Jake Paul, and then also a knockout between round 3 and 7. That's my prediction. But otherwise, if you know a real sports guy who follows this stuff religiously and can pierce the veil and has got all the knowledge, by all means follow their betting advice. But that's my own take.